I have a dark soul. I can't help it. And so I like associated music, you know? Me and Megan Fox have dark souls.
You and
Gabrielle.
Megan. Well, she's single now, so.
Hey, do I have that hall pass too?
There you go. Go for it.
Machine Gun Kelly. Coachella is a huge joke.
Oh.
It's corporate as fuck. And they only accept the accepted. Wait, how long?
Fake.
Oh, that's 11 years ago, dude.
He just wasn't invited back then.
Yeah, back then. Coachella's a fucking joke. Now he's all, I love Coachella.
Coachella's amazing.
I'm headlining. He's got to be doing it, right?
I have no idea. Oh, looks like he headlined in 23.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly he's all, I'm sorry that I tweeted that all those years ago. Dude, speaking of Coachella, I don't think we've ever talked about that on this channel. Listen, I don't know how everybody feels about what you want to get out of a concert experience.
It's a festival.
But like Stagecoach
is
Gabrielle,
so fun.
Whenever I talk about country music, what's the word I use most to describe it?
He hates it.
I fucking hate it.
Hates it.
I cannot.
Which is really sad because I absolutely love it.
I tolerate you guys listening to it. I'm not like turn it off, but I fucking hate country music. I literally do not. I just don't like how it makes me feel.
Not everyone can be perfect.
I don't like how it makes me feel.
Like happy and like have emotions?
No.
It's like
a
amazing.
Soft little bitch.
Shut up. Emotions are good for you.
I like to listen to music where I'm like, I have a dark soul. I can't help it. And so I like associated music, you know? Me and Megan Fox have dark souls.
You and
Gabrielle.
Megan. Well, she's single now, so.
Hey, do I have that hall pass too?
There you go. Go for it.
You better be careful. She looks like someone who would actually grant a hall pass. I'm like, hey, I have a hall pass. She's all, fuck it.
You couldn't tolerate her that long, so you'll be fine. I don't think it would work out energetically between you.
I just meant for like a few hours. I'm not going to fucking hang out with her.
Okay.
Oh, believe me, I could hang out like that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so, but like, I hate country music. That said, and I love hard techno music. I love electronic music.
So you would think
Coachella
would be your jam.
And Stagecoach
would be the worst experience of your life.
Inverse.
Yeah. Coachella is... So we went, the last time we went was in like 2010 or 11. Yeah. And so it was like a while ago. It looked like, I don't know, a bunch of children on drugs.
Well, and keep in mind,
we didn't even have kids at this point.
This is before we had kids. We are not adverse to doing drugs at a carnival.
No.
Or at a festival. Like,
no.
I was definitely 100% on drugs.
But it was like...
Simultaneously, my interpretation of the day was these motherfuckers are on... Too much drugs.
Too much drugs.
Too much drugs. I'm just looking around and I'm like, how do you get to that state?
The energy of the entire festival was almost like on edge. Like it felt very... I don't know, edgy. And then you go to Stagecoach and everyone's drunk.
Yeah.
So it's just like happy go lucky. People are skipping everywhere. Like it's such a jolly atmosphere at Stagecoach versus Coachella. I will never go back to Coachella.
Me neither. And Stagecoach, it's like with all the drunk people, you know, everybody's got their shirts off. It's like I've seen a ton of people there that have like 1%er tattoos on their chest or whatever. And it's like, okay, so these are people who are down for violence. I never see fights.
There was no fights.
There's no fights ever at Stagecoach, ever. At Coachella, I didn't see fights either, but you feel like if one of these places,
one wrong move,
someone's going to stab someone, it's Coachella for sure. For sure. Like someone's getting shit. It's like, it's in the air.
Remember we saw like several teenage girls who were just like out of their mind with like these older dudes behind them, like feeding them pacifiers.
Do you remember that?
So
or have I
creepo.
just...
No, I remember seeing that because I remember I wasn't even a mom at this point, but I don't know. I had this instinct. I'm like, I want to go get that girl and like take her away from that creep, get her some water and like help her because she's not safe.
The reason why I asked if you remember is because every time I tell the story about Coachella, that's the story I tell because that particular image, it was like
watching her eyes fluttering back and like this creepo sweaty ass dude with his arm around her, like giving her
like this. And she's like, this girl was 15, probably 16, maybe.
He was like late 20s.
But like
maybe older.
Oh no, he was youngest.
Early 30s.
Late 20s. Like,
yeah, he was
probably
much older than this girl.
But like, this girl was like, you know, she's like a 16-year-old that has a definitely like body. She's not like like she didn't look young. She looked like, sure. I mean, she's a
developed 16-year-old.
She's a developed 16-year-old, but she's still a 16-year-old.
Right.
And this dude has his armor, you know, and she's in like a little tiny thing to here. And cause so everything about this scene, she's on mega drugs, sucking on a pacifier. And the dude's going like this with a light in front of her. And he's got his arm around her. And she's basically melted into him, and like her eyes are just going like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I doubt that she's here with this guy. Like, I doubt that like she came here with him, and everything about this scene is wrong. Like, she shouldn't be here. She shouldn't be wearing that. She sure as hell should not be on the amount of drugs that it would take to get to that point. And this weirdo creep that found her, because like if you put yourself in a like if you're like kind of young and not street smart, and you put yourself in a situation like that, the guys, like the real creeps, the predator creeps, they will sniff you out.
Absolutely.
Dude. They will see exactly what you are, and then they're the ones that grab you and go, "Hey, sweetheart," dude. Yeah. And you're like, "Oh, take me out,"
because you're a target perfectly.
Yeah. When you were 16, you would. I mean, like you were already. You've always been a suspicious. Yeah. It's like, as much as you give everyone the benefit of the doubt, not strangers.
No.
Like, you give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but not strangers. Which is smart.
I always had like my exit strategy, like knew who was around me, knew who was being a creepo on me or my friends, knew when it was time to get out of somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually I can't even imagine a scenario of you getting like straight up taken advantage of. Like taken advantage of, you know, like where you were like not in control of your decisions.
I was never the blacked out girl though either. Yeah. I was like, everyone called me mom always, even in high school, you know, I was the one taking care of the people that were puking, or the one that was taking people to the hospital when, like, I was always that one. Yeah.
You got to wonder how some of these people, I mean, some of these
made
girls
it?
Like, or I guess a better question would be like, you know, we talk about like the secret resume. How many are on some of their resume? Not because they're like whores, but because that's how they party. You know, like they get so drunk that they are like, there's a different, like there's no one home.
Yeah.
Dude. Like there's like they're awake enough to seem like they're having a good time and consenting, but they are literally like a walking fucking weekend at Bernie's. Yeah. And so they're like, they lay down there, dudes just, you know, because you know where this is going. Like you're hanging out with a dude, you know where that's going 100% of the time. They're going to try to bang you every single time. Yeah. And so if you have no wits about you, you're going to get banged.
Yep. Seen it.
Yeah. But
we're not wrong.
Luckily, that's not how you party, and it ain't how I party. So our kids theoretically should not fall into that category.
Hopefully.
They'll be well trained though.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and you'll know next time me and my beautiful wife put out more episodes of Play with Matches.